What's up, everybody? Today we're out at Glen Helen for the Stopwatch Nationals. If you don't know what that is, it's a little race that they put on. Everybody's already down here in California testing and getting ready for Paula next weekend. So they partnered with Troy Lee, put up 100 grand over the weekend. Today is Thursday's race, so we're basically doing two motos for the pros, 250 and 450 combined into one class. Everyone's gonna be going for $10,000 for the win. So in this video, we will be bringing you both motos. We did our best to kind of commentate as we're going along so you know what you're looking at. Not the best commentator, but anyways, I tried to make it fun for you guys, really bring you a firsthand, genuine experience from the infield of the track. Also, if you guys enjoy this, make sure you come back on Saturday. We'll be back for the Pro Showcase, where we do basically the same thing. Another $10,000 is on the line for the win, but we have split classes with 250 and 450, each doing two 30-minute motos. So that should be pretty good as well. But anyways, as you can see, the guys are lined up in the gate. They did do some qualifying, so they did lane choice, and we're about to get underway, so let's get into it. Here we go. Here they come. Looks like Nichols. Nichols with the whole shot. Let's go. They got like 50 plus guys on the track right now. They had to do a 2-row start. It's like, oh, somebody went down. Can't quite tell who that was. Oh, Di Francisco's way in the back. Have to keep an eye on that. Up the hill they go. Sending it. Look at him go. Looks like we got a red flag situation.
I saw that out. I hate to see people get hurt when they never get. I got cars out here.
Looks like we're getting them squared away. We got the ambulance on site. All right, here we go with the restart. Let's see what happens. Di Francisco with a way better start. Looks like Nichols, 39. I believe that's Timmerman on the 21 right there. There they go. Drop back and see who else is in here. Alright, let's see. Bomer about 10th. Everyone else coming around. Nichols already coming around the back section here. There he goes. There goes your race leader. Nichols tearing it up. Keeping it close on the first lap. Oh! Di Francisco over the turn. There he comes up and over the top here. Send it. Yeah. 6th. Nichols stretching it out just a little bit. There he comes, lap number 2. Trying to figure out if Ryder D pulled off or if he got back going. Still pretty close right here for the lead. There goes Nichols. They're really stretching it out. Third place, number 39. We're trying to figure out who that is. Could be Kelly and Ford. Juju up to 5th. There goes Harlan right there, 7th. Pick up Ryder D here. So far, no Ryder D Francisco, which is alright. Looks like he probably did pull off. Here comes Nichols. Looking pretty smooth. All good things. Gap is staying tight still. Here they come around the big sleeper turn. Coming straight at us. Try to give you guys some different angles here. And come up and over right here. We got a battle for the lead right now. I don't know if you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. It's getting closer. I'm curious to see how much Nichols will push it here. Absolute battle right now. Already into the lappers. Like I said, we have a 53 rider field today. Lappers are definitely going to play a factor. Good little battle here. Nichols looks good, you just can't drop him. Not a huge discrepancy between their speeds here. So I wonder if it's going to come down to a mistake or fitness. This is a 30-minute moto. Really interesting. See if we can pick up third place here. Looks like we got Juju moving into fourth. I believe this should be their Kelly right here in third. Pretty sure. Juju in fourth. It's going to get really hard to keep track of everybody else with all the lappers. Ooh, nice little scrub. Harlan right there somewhere in the top 7. Let's see what else we got in here. We still got this battle though. Here they go up the hill one more time. Nichols looks really good down the hill. Down. See if I can move over here. Okay, so Nichols looks like he made up some pretty good time this lap here. Timmerman's still in the fight. And now we got a battle for the final spot on the podium. Got a walk-in film here. Juju closing in on the top 3. He looks pretty good, man. Nichols just killing the downhills right here. Into the back half of the track. Want to try to get you guys some of that too. Heading that way in a second. Let's pick up this battle for the third slot though. Juju's definitely closing. Not sure if that's fifth or not. Looks like it might be. Good speed. Oh yeah, that's fifth. That is, I think that might be Derek Drake. I gotta get a better look here. Looks like Timmerman's a little bit better in the back half of the track because he's closed right back in on Nichols. Trying to move around, but there's so much good action, I gotta keep filming. Alright. Juju, a little scrub over the finish line. Looks like we might have a rider down. Hate to see that. Belly's still looking pretty good himself. Let me see if I could identify this fifth place. I think this is Derek right here. Can't tell. Number 39 right there in 6th for sure. Then we got Harlan in 7th. Nichols definitely seems faster on this part of the track right here. But then I think Timmerman might, either he made a mistake last lap or Timmerman's better from about here on out. Watch out for this pole right here. Sorry about that. This is where I was noticing that Timmerman seemed to be closing in on Nichols last lap. A little bit further back once again. Still holding strong right here. Bringing it around the back sweeper. Still not much of a gap for Nichols, but he looks pretty comfortable right now. But there's not much there, man. Look at that. Oh, Timmerman's as close as he's been. See if we can pick this up right here. I don't know where he would set up a pass. We'll have to keep an eye on this. They're definitely yo-yoing a little bit. Not much. Oh, and look at this battle for 3rd, dude. Oh, Juju coming in a little wide. Let's see if he cuts under. Nope. Just lines in. Oh, he does square him up on the exit. Oh, they are locked in right here. He's ready to pass. Rail on the outside. Nope. Door gets slammed shut right there. Down the start straight. Let's see. Out of range. Oh man, they're still battling. Look at him go. Oh, he's on the inside. There he goes. We got the pass. Got it made. He's all the way up to 3rd. I don't think he's going to catch these guys. They're way ahead. They're way ahead. He's still got to come back down the hill. Go all the way back up the hill. There's about 3 straights back. But looking good, Juju. Looking good. And there is your 5th place rider. Is that Harlan right there? Oh, Harlan should be on. See if we can pick up Harlan. I think that's his name at the top right here. There he is. Harlan looking pretty good. Got around the 39 there. All right, back to the front. Nichols back looking pretty comfortable. See if we can pick up Juju. There he goes, right there. Not too spread out for those top 5. And you got a pretty big gap back here to Harlan. There he goes, right there. Not bad, not bad. All right, so there goes Nichols. There goes Timmerman. I'm going to try to give you the rundown here. That's Beaumare in 3rd. There goes Kelly in 4th. And that's Schwartzy right there. Dylan Schwartz in 5th. gotta find Harlan right here in 6th. This should be Harlan. Pretty good, let's see. Okay, there goes Harlan. And number 39, local rider out of Winchester that I personally have not heard of. That is going to be Dakota Bender. Shout out to Dakota Bender. Right there. 7. Looks like Juju stretching it out. Ooh, going long. Stretching it out over Kelly. And I think Schwartzy might be on the hunt here. I don't know, man. I can't quite tell how much time's left in the Moto, but Schwartz might be in contention for a podium. There goes Harlan. Bender looking good right there. Got some heat coming in. Let's see who this is right here. Not sure who that is in 8th. Gonna have to give you guys an update on that. That is gonna be Bryson Gardner. Bryson Gardner in 8th. Back up to the front. Nichols once again looking pretty strong on the downhill, opting for the inside. Definitely starting to stretch it out over Timmerman right now. See if we can pick up Juju. Now, credit to Juju, he is on a 250, man. So, definitely at a disadvantage, at least going up to Mount St. Helens there. He's killing it. Looks like Kelly is still hanging tough. And Schwartz right there. Right there at 5th. Pretty good gap back to 6th right here. Harlan climbing up the hill. Oh. Looks like we had another position change for a 7th. I believe that's Bryson Gardner that got around. So now Gardner into 7th. See if we can pick up who's right here in 9th. I'll have to give you an update on that. Alright, so let's clean up our top 10 here. That is Harlan in 6th. Right behind him, that's Bryson Gardner. Then we got Dakota Bender now back to 8th. Lux Turner on the KTM moving up to 9th. And then Derek DiMarto in 10th. Looks like Nichols might be locking it down. Timmerman definitely fading back. Juju still holding strong right there in 3rd. Schwartzy into 4th though. I don't know. It's gonna be tough. Told you he might be in contention for the podium here. We'll have to keep an eye on this. Alright, so let's clean up our top 10 here. That is Harlan in 6th. Right behind him, that's Bryson Gardner. Then we got Dakota Bender now back to 8th. Lux Turner on the KTM moving up to 9th. And then Derek DiMarto in 10th. Nichols really starting to look solid right now. They're about 13 laps in. Let's see what we got. Pick up Juju here. Here he comes. Juju right there. There goes Schwartz. So last lap for Schwartzy. Let's see. Definitely got the speed. See if I can pull up these lap times here. Schwartzy 2 seconds faster that lap. Maybe he can get it done. We'll keep an eye on this battle on the final lap. Alright, so bringing it home on the final lap. Nichols looking pretty comfortable. Up Mount St. Helens he goes. Timmerman, super solid ride. Not much more to say about that. The Juju's still coming up over the top here. This should be your battle for the final podium spot. There he goes right there. I know he's got a pretty good gap. Here comes Schwartz. Not as close as I was expecting. You get on the other side of his pole here. Looking pretty strong, man. Fitness should be pretty solid. Definitely going to be your top 250 finisher today. I know we got Lux Turner back there in the top 10 somewhere. I think he's in 8th or 9th right now. But bringing it home, sorry about the camera shake, bringing it home. Old Nichols with the win. Little no-footer. Timmerman with the 2. Rock solid. Looks like Juju's gonna bring it home, man. He's right here in 3rd. Schwartz looking solid though. Whoa, almost fell. So Juju, Schwartz, not sure what happened to Kelly. Maybe he just saw the gap and decided to cruise it on in. So Kelly right here in 5th. Nice job, nice job. That's going to be Harlan right there in 6th. Coming around. See if we could at least pick up our top 10 right here. Oh, lost him. All right, so this is Harlan right there in 6th. Next, we're going to have Bryson Gardner. Wait a second. Lux Turner, last lap pass. Then Bryson Gardner. And then local boy, Dakota Bender. And I believe that might have been Romaine Pop rounding out the top 10. So good job to all these guys.
It's good to mix up with the kids and just get some more gate drops, man. I love racing, so this is it's fun.
Well, now, speaking of the money, we have some more money for you right here. We have the crew at ASV bringing in a whole shot award for $400. Now, we tried to talk them into paying you twice for that, but so you're going to make $800. So that's a great thing.
Woohoo! Yeah, nice. We'll take that all day. Yeah, I haven't got a whole shot or won a race in feels like years. So that was that was fun. It's always fun coming out to I guess a little bit more of a local race. This is close for all of us, so it's it's fun. Shout out to Glen Helen for putting this on. It's a cool deal.
All right, well, there you have it. That's the winner of the first moto. We're going to come right back to you, right around here at Glen Helen and being part of the Team Green program. Tell us about what made you come here, because you definitely kept Colt Nichols honest in that first moto.
Yeah, it's a great experience. There's a lot of fast pro guys out here, so getting a good start was key. I did get a good start, started like 4th, was able to come into 2nd right away, and then was able to pace Colt pretty much the whole moto, which was great, and finish 2nd.
Now, you're what we consider an amateur pro, correct? You're not on the full pro circuit or anything like that. You're on the Team Green side of it, and you will do amateur nationals this year as well?
Yes.
Okay, so when do you plan on actually hitting the pro circuit?
We're not sure yet. I'm going to race Paul around 1 as of right now, and then Loretta's in the combines.
Okay, so you can still race an outdoor national and then still go back to, what would that be, the pro sport class?
Yes.
Okay, so with that, what other races are you planning on doing besides Loretta Lynn's and then the pro national?
Probably Mammoth and then probably all the combines.
Okay, so who would you like to thank for helping you get here?
My whole family, my mom and dad, my grandpa, my mechanic Ryder, everybody at Team Green Monster Energy Kawasaki, they're a great crew over there. Ryan Holiday, everybody at Fox, and yeah.
All right, well, congratulations on that 2nd place finish. We look forward to seeing you back for the next race and see if maybe you can dethrone Colt and get that overall and that money.
Yes, sir.
3rd place finisher, Julian Barmer with the Red Bull KTM Factory Racing ride. We just saw you at Supercross this last weekend, not taking any time off. This is the next Thursday after you were going for a championship in that race. What made you want to come out here? Is it the money? Is it the gate drops? What is it?
For me, more just gate drops, trying to feel the bike in a race environment. We got Paula next weekend, so I'm just trying to see what the bike does in a race environment and try to get a little bit of testing out of these two motos.
So have you done a lot of outdoor testing, or were you strictly Supercross with that championship coming down the line?
No, I was going back and forth. I was riding outdoors quite a bit, doing some testing the last, I'd say, 4 or 5 weeks. So we got a good idea, and our bike's working good. So going to make a change here before this next one and see how it goes.
Now, how did that moto go for you? Take us through what happened. We saw you come from the back of the pack, maybe middle of the pack, and kind of work your way up.
Yeah, I started probably about 15th, obviously, on a 250, so it's a little bit tough off the start and up the hills. So it took me a little bit to get around some of the 450s, but my riding was good. Fitness is good, so yeah, we're not worried, ready to go for Moto 2.
Well, and I know that you have Davey Millsaps on your side, helping you train and getting you going and everything like that. Is there anybody else you'd like to thank for getting you here?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my whole team, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing, my mechanic, Austin, Frankie, for coming out. The whole team is amazing, and we have a really good environment, so I'm ready to get after it.
All right, well, good luck in the second moto, and we'll see you back here.
One lap down. Nichols still in the lead, but this time DeFrancisco's back on the track. Giving chase right on him. Maybe a little bit pressure. Kelly right there. Roommate Pop, Julian Bonaire. Mosiman right there. Timmerman coming through. There goes Schwartz, you'll see how far he can get. Everyone else, the rest of the field coming through. Alright, so Nichols looking like he's stretching it out just a bit over DeFrancisco. Kelly's still right there. Romain Pop, I think, right there. Being tracked down by Bonaire. Here comes Nichols, there goes DeFrancisco. Nichols bombing the hill. Ooh, Kelly getting loose. Romain Pop looking pretty locked in. Mosiman looking really solid after going down in the first one. Bonaire right on her sails. Timmerman. And there goes Schwartzy. All right, bringing it around on lap number 2 here. Nichols looking to lock in the 1-1. Either way, he's looking really good for the overall. Kelly dropping back just a bit. Romain Pop still holding down forward. Mosiman still in fifth. Look at him go. Look at that man. He's right there. Mosiman giving Bonaire all kinds of problems. Look at that. Foot down and everything. Timmerman trying to find a way. See if we can pick up Schwartz. He was in 13th. There goes Harlan. There goes Schwartz. Keep an eye on that gap right there. Going back uphill with Nichols right here. See if we can pick him up right here at the top. Nichols Definitely starting to stretch it out. I was curious to see if Di Francisco was still pretty fresh after skipping that first moto. It looks good still. At least he's not injured. Kelly doing kind of the same thing he did last moto. Looks like Beaumer now into fourth. Romain is still right there. Timmerman, everyone got around Mosiman. Working our way into the back section here. Di Francisco still trying to keep him honest. Pretty good gap back to third. See if Beaumer can work his way back up. Looks like Romain's giving him some trouble. There goes Nichols. Anderson was tripling right there in the open practice, the open pro practice. That was pretty wild. Here comes Beaumer. He's got quite the gap up to third there. And look at Timmerman just scrubbing the finish line. He's heavy nails. Keep an eye on this corner here. So Beaumer, a little bit of breathing room now. Romain right there. Timmerman. Mosiman. And then, there, Kelly? No, that was, coming back down the hill right now. These guys are stretching it out. So good to see Di Francisco back riding after blowing that corner off the start in the first moto. Nichols opting to stay on this inside again, like he was in the first moto. Beaumer going up the hill. There's third place Derek Kelly. There's the gap back to Beaumer. He's definitely starting to stretch it out. Looks like Timmerman got around Romain. Then I believe that might be Harlan now. No, that is, okay, so that is the Beta rider, and then Mosiman, and then Derek Drake right there. Derek Drake coming around. Oh, we got a battle, folks. We got a battle. Nichols, Slight Bobble, and Di Francisco is back all over him. Let's see how they go through this little S turn right here. Definitely close the gap on him. Might be a little bit more fresh. Like I said, he skipped the first moto after going down right off the start. Looks like Beaumer is definitely closing in on Kelly. Looking pretty solid. Pretty good gap over Enzo. They're getting back up on this battle right here. They're still right together. Look at them go down the hill. Both in the same shot. Looks like Nichols is stabilizing just a bit. Francisco's right there. Definitely a slightly bigger gap this lap, but definitely not much of a gap. Let's see the gap back to third. Like I said, these guys were stretching it out. There goes Kelly right there. Beaumer really starting to close in. Timmerman hanging tough. Here comes Romain. And that is Derek DeMartle right there. Mosiman doing his thing. Look at him go. He's still right there, right in front of Harlan. And then Schwartzy now moving up. I believe that's Drake right behind him. Josh Mosiman, man. Doing his thing. Alright, here they come. Going back into the back section. Like I said, D. Francisco falling back just a little bit. Looks like Nichols is stabilizing the gap. Let's pick up this battle right here. It's a matter of time, it looks like, before Beaumer can get it back up to Kelly. Zimmerman definitely a little ways back now. And then look at this battle right here. DeMartle. That should be Romain right there. Have to get confirmation on that guy. It could be Grant Harlan. Coming around the corner. I never heard of their DeMartle until today. He looks really solid. Romain, and then yeah, that is Harlan, Schwartzy, now Mosiman. Derek Drake with a little off-track excursion right there. Going back around. There goes DeMartle once again. He seems to be pulling away from Romain. Harlan trying to find a way back around too. Schwartz definitely on the move. Mosiman holding his own. So same story as Moto number 1, just a different 250 rider, hanging tough. D. Francisco right there, just slowly fading back, but not much. Not much at all. Then check out the gap back to 3rd place now. They are moving. Oh, sorry. Right here. So there goes Kelly, and here comes Beaumer. I think he's going to get him next lap. We'll have to see exactly what shakes out here. Here comes Timmerman. He's making his way. Not quite as strong as he was in the first moto, but still really good. DeMartle, Harlan, and Schwartz. Got a good battle here. Let's follow this battle. Oh man, all 4 riders locked in right here. DeMartle definitely holding his own. Harlan now. Schwartz moving in. It's a little mini freight train right there. Getting into some pretty good lap traffic right here. Show you the gap up to Nichols. He is. Going around the back sweeper. Looks like he's just kind of locking it in, cruising. There goes D. Francisco. Now I think Beaumer might have got the pass made, like I said, this next lap. Yes, he did. There's Kelly right there. So Beaumer now up to 3rd. Here goes Kelly, and here comes Timmerman. He seems to be closing as well. But here's that battle. DeMartle still holding on. Now Schwartzy all the way up past the other 2. Looks like Harlan got around. So Romain passed. Romain is now bringing up the end of that freight train. I would have to imagine Schwartz is going to get around DeMartle here. Still a pretty good freight train, but there DeMartle and Joe and Schwartz are starting to pull away. Francisco is pretty locked in right now. small bobble out of Nichols, and he's going to get passed. He's got a small gap, but it is just that, a small gap. Let's pick up the third place rider right here, Beaumare. Probably going to go 3-3 in the motos. Here comes Timmerman in 5th. Pretty surprised at what I saw at Timmerman. And here comes Jared DeMartle still holding down 6th. Schwartz in 7th. Ooh, battle for 8th. Romain Pop and Grant Harlan going back and forth right now. Harlan had it. Romain tried to get it back, but Harlan said no, thank you. Here they come through the rollers. Picking back up right here. Looks like Harlan might have made a mistake because he's kind of stabilized the gap already. See, here there goes Bear DeMartle right there. Dylan Schwartz definitely got some good pace. Here's battle right here. Oh, he squares him up. Oh, he got the pass. Nice move. So Schwartz moving up. Passed pretty much everybody in that freight train. Should have our leader right here. Bam, Cole Nichols coming down the hill. There he goes. Looking good, looking good. Show you the gap. Not much. He's definitely restabilized it though. Beaumare going up the hill right now. There he is. Looks like he's pretty much got 3rd place locked in at this point. Well, maybe not. Credit to Derek Kelly, he's right there. Here comes Timmerman. Right there in 5th. And then we should have Dylan Schwartz now. Yeah, there he goes, down the hill, bombing the inside. Schwartz all the way up to 6th. He's looking pretty good for the overall. There, DeMartle right there. Harlan still locking down that same position right in front of Romain. And there goes Derek Drake right there. Derek Drake sighting, hanging tough. Let's see if we can grab Mosiman. There he is. Still doing his thing. There you see a gap between the leader and 2nd place. One of the closer gaps on the track right now. Beaumare and Drake, they're really not that far back. Pretty respectable ride here out of Beaumare. There goes Drake. And Zimmerman, he's not losing much time either. He's on his own little island right here. And Schwartz, he's on another level. He might catch Timmerman. He's moving pretty quick right now. Harlan, Romain, and Drake. Anyways, back with our leaders here. That 450 is so fast up the hill. It's great to see Ryder D back out here doing a moto after that crash in the first one. Curious to see if Dylan Schwartz can close in on Timmerman. He's Got a pretty big gap to close, not a lot of time left, but it's definitely something that could happen if Timmerman makes a mistake. There's Drake. 103, I gotta see who that is. Alright, so there goes your 4th place rider. There's Kelly, there's Timmerman. He seems to be closing in. And then, like I said, there's a pretty big gap. Back to Dylan Schwartz right there. So that's going to be a tough one to close in. And honestly, DeMartle is hanging with him. There goes Harlan right there. Harlan, there's Romaine. There's Derek Drake. And then here's Scotty Verhage out of Lake Elsinore, rounding out your top 10 right there. Let's see if we can, there's Mosiman, dropping back just a little bit. He also went down in the first one. Just to give you a perspective, there's the leaders coming down the hill right there. Ooh, see Francisco getting loose. Going up the hill with Beaumare right now. Braking bumps really starting to form up. Kelly definitely fading at this point. Looks like he might fall back to Timmerman. Schwartz definitely caught quite the gap still. And DeMartle's right with him, like I was saying. Here comes Harlan bouncing down the hill. And here's your leader right there, going over the finish one more time. See Francisco still doing his thing. Right there, just outside striking distance. Gonna need a mistake out of Nichols at this point. Here's the gap back to Beaumare. Gotta keep our eye on Derek Kelly here. Timmerman's definitely closing in. Should have ourselves a battle here in a lap or two. Here comes Dylan Schwartz coming back through. DeMartle falling back just a little bit. Still got a good gap over Harlan now though. And Romaine's like matching Romaine Pipe is matching Harlan's speed pretty good. There goes the 103 Scotty Verhage. He went down. He's now all the way behind Mosiman. Here comes Beaumare back up the hill. Curious on this gap between Timmerman and Kelly. Not much. DeMartle's definitely starting to fall back away from Schwartz now. I'm curious to see if he falls back into Harlan or not. Derek Drake, he's hanging tough with those 450 guys. Okay, we gotta pick up all the way back to Mosiman here. Pretty good battle. Like I said, Scotty Verhage right behind him. He was riding good. He was in the top 10. He went down. He's back going though. Let's grab this Kelly Timmerman battle here. There goes Beaumare. Timmerman's closing in ever so slightly. A lot of 250 guys in the top 10 right now. So shout out to all of them. Cole Nichols into heavy lap traffic right now. But it looks like DeFrancisco's having a harder time right now. Because look at the gap. There's Nichols right there coming down. Then I'll show you. Boom, Nichols into the corner. Let's grab DeFrancisco. He's coming down the hill right here. Got the drone chasing Beaumer right now. Zimmerman, I told you, he's catching Kelly. He's on his back wheel now. Different lines in the corner too. Move over here, try to grab the battle again. All right, so locking in on Kelly here in fourth. Zimmerman right there. He got second in the first moto. So this is a pretty important battle. Right now, I believe Beaumer with the 3-3 would beat him for second overall, even with this pass. They should tie. Oh, that was the last lap. It snuck up on me. So that would be your top 5. Here comes Schwartz for 6th. DeMartle for 7th. Harlan gonna bring in your 8th. 9th is Romain Pape. Should be Derek Drake rounding out your top 10 right there.
All right, and we can go ahead. We've got to do some more TV stuff, and so we'll make this kind of abbreviated out here. But for all of our press photographers, we'll put them all in position for 3rd, 2nd, and 1st place. Our 3rd place finisher right here, Fred, a former mini rider from out here, but Enzo's part of the big time crew. 3rd place in auto 450, Enzo Timmerman. 2nd place, Julian is a fresh from Supercross.
If you guys made it this far, thanks for sticking through the whole video. I'll also be posting some riding of the Open Pro practice, which had some other good riders like Anderson, Cochran, and we even saw Marvin Muskin out there on a 2-stroke. That video is coming soon, or it might already be up depending on when you watch this. And of course, we will also be returning on Saturday for the Pro Showcase. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you come back for that as well. With all that being said, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you guys think of the racing. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.